Hey folks, welcome back to Robo's House of Guitars. Today I'm going to be talking about a project I put myself in. I have seven 7V Gems, the white ones, the Steve Vai Signature Series model. And I had one that was kind of beat up. It had some nicks and dings and scratches on them, the normal wear and tear that a guitar that old seems to get. And I got to looking around and I seen this Evo Replica. So I pulled the guitar down. I started looking at some pictures of the Evo and the Replica. And I thought, I could probably turn one of mine into that and save myself several thousands of dollars. Now, it may not be the replica that Ibanez created, but I looked into the pictures in depth. I noticed where all the nicks and dings was around the outer side of the body. I noticed all the indentations that were put on the guitar over the several years that Steve Vai played it. And I happened to look and seen that it had a Cosmo black edge tremolo on it. And I had another guitar here that was a custom build of mine. And I just went ahead and robbed all the Cosmo black parts off of it and brought it over onto one of my 7Vs, which actually looks pretty cool, and it looks to be really close to the original Evo. So all the nicks and the dings you see are exact replicas of the pictures that I saw Evo have. Now it's got several deep ones here, which, I mean, you can basically replicate those with any kind of piece of tool or instrument you have around the house. I tried to get the words just about the way he has his on his guitar, because Thomas Nordic, he titles all Steve's guitars so that way he can go back to the rack and grab them, and he puts the words facing out so that way he knows what guitar to grab. Now, if he were to mistakenly grab, say, Flow or Flow 2 or even Evo 2, it's not going to mesh with the song that Steve Vai has on the next set list. So Thomas Nordic, marks them, and I replicated the guitar as close as I possibly could, even putting the tape down to the bottom part of the pickups. And I figured out about 7 or 8 years ago when I got my first Gem, I noticed that he had this tape down here, and I thought, wonder what he's got that tape for. And I noticed it was at the top also. And then one night I was playing a gig, and I did a dive bomb. I was doing some kind of a weird pinch harmonic scream dive bomb style note, and my number 1 E string stuck in behind my neck pickup. And I was kind of wondering what in the world caused that. Well, I started thinking about it. When you release the tension to the string, they become floppy, as you see, and one will fall down behind the pickup and catch in behind the lip of the front pickup here. So Nordic Thomas added the tape at the bottom part of it there, so that way it prevents that from happening anymore. And I guess apparently it had happened at the top as well, so that's why he put it on the top as well. It's too close to the tremolo for the bridge pickup to catch a hold of them. I've noticed I've never had an issue with that, but I caught my string underneath this pickup one night, and I was wondering why the guitar sounded out of tune. And I was playing leads, and I was like, it sounded like it was fretting out, dead. And I happened to look down, and I noticed it was stuck in behind the pickup. So it hit me right then and there that night of why he put that tape there. So that is a good sign to put that tape on there. And I was wondering what it was, about all these years. But I went ahead and I marked up the guitar exactly like he has it. Every little nick and ding is perfectly in line to where the Evo replica is, and the actual Evo. So I mean, I've got a Ibanez decal on it here, so that really kind of flavors it in my direction. But I really like the guitar. I mean, I only paid $900 for it at a mom and pop store. They really didn't know what they had. I was on eBay one night and I noticed that he had just posted the ad for the guitar. He was asking $1,000 for it, and it has some nicks and dings, and he was photographing those and showing me in the ad. So I hit him a message and I was like, "Look, man, that's got some damage to it. I mean, I've got 900 cash. I'll give you for it right now." And he messaged me back the next day because he didn't get any bites on the ad. And he said he would accept it, and he reconfigured the ad and sent me a message stating that he had set it up as a buy it now for $900. So I figured, hey, you can't go wrong. I mean, down on the bottom horn here, it had 2 cracks, and there was some nicks and dings in the front, which basically added to the flavor of turning it into an Evo. So I thought, why not? I'll just go ahead and save myself several $1,000s and turn this one into one, since it was already somewhat beat up, which is a win-win for me. I mean, I like the way it plays after I put it all together. It is extremely easy to play, kind of like butter, so to speak. But yeah, I like the guitar, and if you want to save some money, and if you've got a couple gems, it's not going to really hurt you to turn one into something that's going to catch an eye and have people say, "Hey, is that the Evo? Steve Vai plays the Evo, or whatever," and get yourself a little bit of credit or notoriety for that. So I did one, and I was kind of waiting around to see if anybody would do one, and I never seen anybody do one, so I guess but it plays extremely well, and I keep looking at pictures of updated Evo pics that's been taken of the concerts and stuff like that, and I try to ding my guitar up just like he is and keep up with his Evo the way it's getting damaged over the years too. So but his guitar, I mean, he has changed bridge pickups, he's changed knobs around. It's always been the Cosmo Black Edge tremolo system, but he's changed necks around. He's had the darker wooded neck. He's had the ebony fretboard. He's had the true temperament, where the frets itself are kind of jagged looking, which I think is a really neat invention. I still have yet to try any, because he swears by him and states that the guitar stays in tune perfectly, no matter if you do like weird chordings, triads, whatever, and it stays in perfect tune, which the guitar itself is a screwy instrument. I mean, if you tune it to your normal 440 tuning and you strum a G and then you go to like D, it'll seem like it's way out. It's such a screwy instrument to mess with and to try to get right. So the True Temperament came along, and they put on the fretboard these jagged looking frets that almost looks like a heartbeat on a what do you want to call them, those oh, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, they were kind of jagged and all stepped, so that way when you hit the notes themselves, they're perfectly in tune. No matter how far up the neck you go, it's always going to be in tune, which I think is a pretty cool item, and I will try to check those people out when I have the extra funds to do that. But there you have it. Like I say, if you want to save some money and you've got a couple of gems and one of them's extremely beat up like this one was when I got it, It doesn't hurt to, turning into something that probably would cost you $7,000-8,000 to get out of a store like that. So I did have an extra DiMarzio strap with strap locks around the house here. It was on another guitar. I think it was on like a 450 DX that I have here. So I just robbed the strap off of it to put on this guitar to make it authentic and kind of follow suit with what he had. So. But there you have it, and leave your questions and comments at the bottom, and thanks for joining me at Robo's House of Guitars. We'll see you next time. Peace.